It is one of the most highly anticipated games of the year for NFL fans. The Philadelphia Eagles are continuing their home stretch in a game that has playoff implications for them. They could become the first team to clinch a playoff berth this weekend. They'll also be playing for bragging rights and to re-emphasize that yes, the Eagles are, in fact, the better team and the best team in the NFC. Their opponent today, the San Francisco 49ers, who are on their own revenge tour, so to speak, for this game. The San Francisco 49ers played the Eagles during the 2022 NFC Championship game, during which the 49ers were summarily defeated with a final score of 33-7. It was not pleasant for the 49ers as Brock Purdy was knocked out in the first several minutes of the game. The 49ers will not be getting the NFC title taken away from the Eagles from last season, but it's already getting a little bit chippy and a little bit exciting on the field as 49ers players, according to Eagles reporters, interrupted the Eagles defensive backs' pregame warm-ups. So things are going to be a little bit exciting. Maybe even more than a little bit exciting here today. The 49ers and the Eagles playing in the game that we had probably hoped for during the 2022 season, the 2022 NFC Championship game. But it's going to be Brock Purdy against Jalen Hurts, a matchup that will be talked about for a long time coming. This is the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Welcome to Bird's Nest Media's coverage of this game. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you so much for joining us. So, before we get things going here, as we are just about 7 minutes away from kickoff, Deebo Samuel is coming out to booze as the 49ers have been introduced. They're doing on-field introductions right now. Fox is going to be cutting into this game shortly. If you're hoping to watch actual game footage, I will direct you to Fox. This is America's Game of the Week, so it will be available in most markets in the United States. The exception is going to be for this game. The exception really is just going to be, so Tampa Bay will not air this game due to a blackout that is being enforced by the Buccaneers. And then some markets are also going to, may also be seeing Browns-Rams. That game, let me just double check here. Some markets may be seeing Browns-Rams. So, but for the overwhelming majority of folks, if you want to watch the game, tune to Fox. It will most likely be there. But I appreciate you hanging out one way or the other. We are going to do a quick score roundup around the league. So we all know on Thursday night, the Seahawks fell to the Cowboys 41-35. So that game next week, the Eagles are going to be facing off against the Cowboys in the second matchup because the Eagles and the Cowboys are division rivals. That game is going to be a very, very intense game. Then Texans-Broncos. The Texans defeated the Broncos 22-17. Not really surprised about that. The Chargers defeated the Patriots by a grand total of 6-0 in a game that nobody wanted to watch. The Lions defeated the Saints, held on for a Saints comeback, 33-28. And then the Dolphins defeated the Washington Commanders, 45-15. That game, fun fact, is scoregami. Currently going on right now in the league is Falcons-Jets, 13-8. The Falcons are leading the Jets 13-8 right now. Tim Boyle has been benched for Trevor Siemian. The Cardinals are on top of the Steelers right now. That game actually was suspended 17-3 is where they're at right now. That game was suspended during the third quarter. We will see if we can get any further information on that. It looks like it is due to lightning, so that game might continue on late in the day. And then Colts Titans has gone to overtime, 25-all over there. And then Panthers Buccaneers has kicked off. So that's where we're at this point. But we are getting ready. We are getting things ready. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Trying to bring you awesome coverage, awesome NFL conversations and analysis as we progress through this season, which we are in the home stretch of. We only have 6 more weeks left of regular season action, and next week is going to be the last of the bye weeks. So this is going to be a exciting time if you're an NFL fan. So I appreciate y'all hanging out. So we're just right now we are waiting for kickoff. We are about 3 minutes away from kickoff, so we will see what winds up happening there. It is 52 degrees in Philadelphia with 95% humidity. It is cloudy. Winds are coming from the north. It says 44 miles an hour, but I would hear it if that were the case. So it's probably closer to like 4 miles an hour, and somebody just mistyped it into the system. But we are hanging out. It was raining earlier, but the rain seems to have subsided. And this game is going to get underway very, very shortly. So thank you so much for hanging out. You could be watching this game quite literally anywhere, and instead you're choosing to hang out here. So I definitely appreciate it. It looks like the 49ers have won the toss and will defer to the second half, so the Eagles will get the ball to start. Eagles will be in their midnight green jerseys today. 49ers will be in their white jerseys. My game cut to Browns Rams, and I'm in the Philadelphia area, so there is no legitimate reason why I should not be getting Eagles 49ers. I don't know what happened. They're cutting they're cutting again. They're fixing it. The broadcast is cutting in. I guess they accident. There we go. There we go. We've got Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson on the broadcast now. Eagles and 49ers getting ready to kick things off in a crowded, fully packed, sold out Lincoln Financial Field. The 49ers are on to kick this away. And the kick is away. And it is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Philadelphia Eagles will start with the ball on their own 25-yard line. And I don't know what's happening right now because Fox is doing a whole lot of cuts. They're trying to Fox. I'm watching this over cable, so there is legitimately no reason why I should not get this game. There we go. All right, Jalen Hurts is out. He's in the gun back to his right. Jalen Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's looking. He's got all day back there. He is firing. It is incomplete. It was DeAndre Swift was the target, and he was hit almost immediately, so it is incomplete. So that's going to bring up second down. Lane Johnson, after being inactive last week, is back in this game. Jalen Hurts in the gun, split backs. Swift to his left, Boston Scott to his right. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift picks up a yard. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 9, and already not off to the best start in this game. Appreciate y'all hanging out. It looks like Fox got their act together and did give me the correct game. Somebody in master control, I guess, and hit the wrong switch. All right. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown lines up wide out to the near side. Julio Jones in the slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is complete to A.J. Brown, who's going to pick up the first down, get to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and down inside the 40-yard line is A.J. Brown. That is a 38-yard pickup, and that is an Eagles first down. Gets down to the 36-yard line is where they're going to spot him. So big pickup for A.J. Brown. And oh boy, 3 plays in, and the Eagles are already into San Francisco territory. We are at about 13 and a half minutes left in the first quarter. Jalen Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Jalen Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Kenny Gainwell. Gainwell is going to get stopped at about the 35-yard line, so that is a pickup about a yard, maybe 2. He's going to get to the 34 officially, according to this, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Eagles from the San Francisco 49ers 34-yard line after the big pickup by A.J. Brown on play number 3 of this game. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. That would be Swift. A.J. Brown in the slot to the near side. Devontae Smith, the wideout, to the near side. Jack Stoll in right next to Lane Johnson. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is a completed pass to Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins on the coverage or on the pass, and that is going to be an Eagles first down. So the Eagles getting off to some quick moving football here. We are at about 12 and a half minutes left to play in this first quarter. And the Eagles are driving almost at the red zone. Ball is on the 26-yard line of the 49ers. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. A.J. Brown wide out to the near side. Quez Watkins moves from the slot to wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to roll to his right, and he is going to throw, and it is looking for A.J. Brown in the back of the end zone, but incomplete. Threw that ball out of the back of the end zone. Unfortunately, A.J. Brown could not reel it in. It was close, though. It was definitely close. That brings up 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 12:09 left in the first quarter. And the ball is on the San Francisco 49ers 26-yard line. Jalen Hurts breaks the huddle, is in the gun, back to his right. Quez Watkins wide out to the near side. Olamide Zaccheaus in the slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Swift picks up about 5. So that's going to actually only going to credit him for 4. He gets down to the 22-yard line. So that is going to be 3rd and 6 for the Philadelphia Eagles. They are deep in San Francisco 49ers territory. And we are clock running inside of 11 and a half minutes. Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. It is 3rd and 6. There's a bunch formation to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is complete to Kenny Gainwell. Gainwell going to get the first down and inside of the 15-yard line. Down to the 11 is where he's going to get officially stopped, and that is going to bring up an Eagles first down. So we're going to move those chains here, folks. It is an Eagles first down. And that's a huge, huge pickup. This is a great starting drive here. We are inside of 11 minutes left in this first quarter. This drive has already gone on for more than 4 minutes. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his left. A.J. Brown wide out to the near side. Devontae Smith in the slot to the near side. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's avoiding pressure, and he's just going to throw that away. Incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Smith and unfortunately could not find him there. So he just kind of threw it away, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Eagles do not have to get a touchdown on this series of 4 plays because it is 2nd and 10. The ball is at the 11-yard line, so they can get to the 1-yard line and then get a fresh set of downs. Please feel free to drop notes in the comments how you're feeling about this game. Would love to hear from you. Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. A.J. Brown in the slot to the far side. Olamide Zaccheaus is the wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Swift's going to bounce outside and get inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, the Eagles only need to get to the 1-yard line. If the Eagles get to the 1-yard line, it will be a first down, and they'll have a fresh set of downs. Eagles have scored a touchdown on 12 straight red zone drives. Let's see if they're able to keep things moving here. It's going to be really important. Red zone was a key area of focus after the Eagles were not doing so great to start the season in this area. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown, wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing, looking for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. No flags. Number 7, that's Ward, was on him the entire way. And that is going to bring up 4th down and 7 for the Eagles from the San Francisco 49ers 8-yard line. I would not be surprised if the Eagles send on the field goal unit here to at least get some points, and that's what they are doing. Got Jake Elliott coming on to kick a 26-yard field goal. And the snap hold kick is good. So the Eagles' active streak will end at 12. Active touchdown in the red zone streak will end at 12. But the Eagles do draw first blood with getting the first points on the board. We have a timeout on the field with 9 minutes and 51 seconds left to play in this first quarter. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 3, the San Francisco 49ers yet to hold the football. That was a 12-play, 67-yard drive that took 5 minutes and 9 seconds to run. So, good starting drive. Would have liked to see that end in a touchdown. We'll see how the Eagles' defense is up for the task. But the Eagles get off to a pretty quick start here. Drop a note in the comments. How are we doing? What did you guys think about that first drive? I'd love to hear from you. And of course, please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. This has been a game that has been very, very highly anticipated. So appreciate your support and appreciate you hanging out here watching this game along with us. It is greatly appreciated. Yeah, so that first drive, the Eagles, it was at risk of stalling out. It was Charvarius Ward on the coverage to A.J. Brown. So they do score on their opening drive. So it's not a total wash. But yeah, it was definitely concerned when the Eagles were in 3rd and 9 on that first set of couple of plays there. So, but we are on to get this kicked off. Jake Elliott is coming out to kick it away. And Jake Elliott does, and 49ers will have their shot. That is going to get fielded in the back of the end zone. It's going to get brought out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and gets marked down at the 27, I believe it looks like. So decent return for the 49ers. Was not expecting that to be brought out. That was Deebo Samuel on the return. It was a 32-yard return. So we got a couple extra yards there. And now we'll see what the 49ers offense is able to do. Purdy lines up in the gun. Back goes in motion to his left. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's throwing. It's incomplete. Batted down at the line. So that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 10 for the 49ers from their own 27-yard line. This is Brock Purdy coming on. He was looking for Brandon Ayuk, but could not find him. So Purdy in the gun with an empty backfield. Sends a man in motion. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is going to get sacked again. A big sack for the Eagles getting to Brock Purdy. That's only going to be a loss of a couple there, but that does push them back to the 25-yard line and brings up 3rd down and 2 sticks. So 3rd down and 12 for the San Francisco 49ers. This was one of the things I was looking for, is getting to Brock Purdy and actually getting him sacked, and that's always a good sign to see. 3rd and 12. Purdy in the gun, back to his right, moves farther out to his right. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. He throws, overthrows, incomplete. Was looking for number 23 on that and could not haul that one in. That would be Christian McCaffrey he was looking for. And so that's going to bring up 4th down and a big 3-and-out for the San Francisco 49ers to start this game. And boy, oh boy, is this going to be a fun game here, folks. Big 3-and-out for the 49ers. So you're going to have Wisnowski on to punt this ball away. Britton Covey to return it. And he does. And that is going to get fielded at the 25-yard line and fair caught there. So the Eagles will get the ball to start at their own 25-yard line. So the Eagles defense comes up with a big 3-and-out. We are forcing a big 3-and-out and a big sack on Brock Purdy. We are at 8 minutes and 49 seconds left in this first quarter. The Eagles still hold on to a 3-0 lead. Yeah. big first drive stop for the Eagles defense there. How are we feeling? We are a couple drives into this game now. We've got we had the Eagles opening drive. We had the 49ers opening drive. And how are we feeling based off of that? I'm feeling pretty good at this point. The Eagles were running the football well. The Eagles were able to force a couple of big stops. The Eagles were able to get a sack on Brock Purdy. That was one of the things I was alluding to, certainly hoping that the Eagles would be able to pull off during our preview episode. And yeah, the Eagles are in a good spot right now. I'm going to take a quick look around the league. So Arizona is on top of Arizona is still on top of Pittsburgh. That game is back in operation now. So they suspended it briefly because of lightning, but that game is back in operation. Looks like Arizona just fumbled, but they recovered it. Tampa Bay is on top of the Panthers, 7-0. And then the game of interest for Eagles fans this week is Cleveland versus the Rams. So here's the thing: as I alluded to earlier this week in our when I broke down the Eagles playoff scenarios, the Eagles can clinch a playoff berth this week. The Eagles can do that if they win today, and the most likely help and at this point, because the Lions actually did defeat the New Orleans Saints. The Eagles would need the Rams to lose in order to clinch a playoff spot. So that's where we are at this point. We are coming back from commercial. So the Rams right now are losing 7-3 to the Cleveland Browns. We are back from commercial. They're breaking down the playoff picture right now. Two teams vying for the number one seed in the NFL going at it right now. Jalen Hurts is in the gun back to his right. A.J. Brown lines up to the far side. Hurts takes a snap and fumbles it a little bit, but he's able to recover it. He's going to roll out to his right and just throws it away. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 20. They're actually at their own 26-yard line, according to this board here. So Eagles are going to go back to the huddle, see what they can try again here. Looks like it was a mishandled fumble by on the handoff to DeAndre Swift was what happened there. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. We got 8:42 left in this first quarter. Jalen Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. A.J. Brown wide out to the near side. Quez Watkins in the slot. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's avoiding pressure. Somebody broke through pretty quickly, so Hurts is going to have to take off, and he gets to about the 32 before he gets run out of bounds. That was not expected at all. That was Randy Gregory there on the pressure. That was Randy Gregory on the pressure. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. 3rd and 3 front. They do credit him to the 33-yard line. So they only have to pick up 3 yards. So we'll see how things pan out. Actually, I'm sorry. That was a 7-yard pickup. Play clock is winding down, and Nick Sirianni is going to take a timeout here. So the Eagles call their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. I'm not liking what happened there. Would have appreciated a little bit more, a little bit better clock management. This is something straight out of the Andy Reid School of Clock Management here, with the Eagles taking a timeout this early into the first half. But the play clock was winding down, and the Eagles didn't want to take that delay game penalty, so Eagles took their first timeout. That's why I have 2 more of them. Yeah, mad props to Jordan Mailata there, who was holding off another pressure, but Randy Gregory just kind of breaks through the offensive line there and is able to just get right to Jalen Hurts. So Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. A.J. Brown lines up to the near side. Zacchaeus lines up in the slot. Hurts takes a snap, throws to A.J. Brown. Brown going to get to the 45, down to the 50, into 49ers territory, down at the 49-yard line thereabouts. Actually, they will only credit him to the 50, so that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell to his right. Hurts takes a snap, fakes a handoff to Gainwell. Hurts getting pressure. He's going to roll out to his left, and he's going to throw. That is complete to Devontae Smith right at the first down marker. First down for the Eagles. 1st and 10, that's going to get down to the 40-yard line of the 49ers. A.J. Brown is off to the sideline here. Hopefully he's okay. A.J. Brown already has 1,100 receiving yards on the season on 75 catches. Huge contributor to this Eagles offense. Hurts is in the gun with Boston Scott, looks like, to his left. Devontae Smith wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Scott. Scott's going to pick up about 3. They will actually only credit him for 2, so that's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Eagles from the 49ers' 38-yard line. Eagles already once again driving. Eagles already have 103 yards of offense. 49ers have -2 after the sack to Brock Purdy on their first drive. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Actually, split backs. Hurts takes the snap, and he's back. He hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Swift going to turn upfield, and he's going to pick up about 2 more. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. A.J. Brown coming back onto the field after getting checked out on the sideline. That's always good to see him come back. They will actually officially credit him to the 35-yard line, so we're going to have 3rd and short for the Eagles. Swift is going to go off to the sideline. 3rd and 5. We are at 5:45 left to play in the first quarter. Eagles, once again in San Francisco territory. Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. A.J. Brown in the slot to the far side. Devontae Smith wide out to the near side. Then Kenny Gainwell goes in motion. Hurts takes the snap, throws, caught Devontae Smith. That's going to be an Eagles first down. Gets to the about the 29-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. So we have another Eagles first down. They're moving those chains. And the game just kind of blacked out here for me, but they came back on pretty quickly. So Hurts is now lining up in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown wide out to the near side. Devontae Smith in the slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires, throws, caught Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith picks up another Eagles first down, and we are moving inside. We're moving and we are grooving. We are at the San Francisco 49ers 18-yard line is where Devontae Smith was pushed out of bounds. And that was Diamador Lenore on the coverage there of Devontae Smith. Hope I pronounced that one correctly. Hurts in the gun. Back to his right. Looks like that's Swift. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is complete to A.J. Brown down inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 13 is where he was hit. They will only credit him to the 14-yard line. So that is going to be a 4-yard pickup for the Eagles. Brings up 2nd and 6. Eagles moving the ball really, really well on this drive as well. Eagles have been moving the ball decently well through these first couple of drives, and they are once again inside the red zone. 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. Ball is on the 14. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Julio Jones wide out to the near side. A.J. Brown wide out to the far side. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He trips up, and he's going to get sacked, and that's bad. He was calling for somebody to get open, and unfortunately trips over his own feet and is marked down at the 30-yard line. There was some bad pass interference that was missed. Some bad holding that was missed there with some of the players in the end zone, but just not able to. And then Hurts just kind of trips over himself or slips on the wet ground, and that's bad. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 21 for the Eagles from they're back at the 29. So long way to go here. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Play clock winding down. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to throw quickly. That's going to get over to who is that? That's Kenny Gainwell, but that's not going to be anywhere remotely close to enough, and that's probably going to send Jake Elliott out there again. So two really good opening drives, but unfortunately, a mistake there at the end of that first drive sends the field goal unit back on, and kind of some disappointing ends there. Technically, that'll go down as a sack for Hurts. So Jake Elliott on to attempt the field goal. Snap, hold, kick is good. There is a flag down. We are going to check this flag. This is the first time we're going to hear from the officiating crew. Alex Kemp is the official, and that is going to be offsides on the 49ers, but that is going to be declined, so the Eagles are going to keep the points. And we have another timeout on the field with 2 minutes and 1 second left to play in this first quarter. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 6, the San Francisco 49ers nothing. That drive was going really, really well. It's just unfortunate how it ended there. Hurts getting tripped up there as the Eagles were driving. Had an opportunity there if he was able. Looked like DeAndre Swift was able to get open and into the end zone, but Hurts unfortunately was able to, as he was directing traffic, was not able to stay on his own 2 feet there. Rare trip up for him. Drop a note in the comments how you're thinking about this game, your thoughts about this. Would love to hear from you. Really, really would love to hear from you. It's greatly appreciated that you're hanging out and enjoying this game here with me. And certainly we hope to Eagles fan here. Hopefully we're going to pull this one away. Taking a look around the league while we're in the commercial. Fourth quarter over in Pittsburgh, Arizona is on top 17-3. Buccaneers on top of the Panthers 7-3. That is in the second quarter at this point. The Rams are on top of the Browns 10-7. So we might have a game there. The most important game for the Eagles of the other games, certainly besides the Dallas game that already occurred on Thursday. The most important game for the Eagles right now is the Rams against the Browns, because if the Eagles win today and the Rams lose against the Browns, the Eagles will clinch a playoff berth. So again, we're just hanging out here. Appreciate you tuning in. We are coming back. Eagles have had the ball for 11 minutes and 57 seconds so far. That was a 12-play, 53-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 48 seconds of clock in this first quarter. And Jake Elliott is on to kick this away, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the San Francisco 49ers will start on their own 25-yard line. Brock Purdy coming back on to see if he can try to engineer a better drive than what happened last time for the 49ers. Eagles defense coming on to try to put a stop to that. Biggest news coming into this, Fletcher Cox is back in the game after sustaining an injury last week. So he is going to be playing. He is playing today. So Purdy in the gun, split backs, and he sends McCaffrey in motion. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off, and that's going to go nowhere. It's going to get dropped in the backfield. That was Deebo Samuel on the handoff, and that's going to lose about 4 yards. So the 49ers get knocked back to their own 21-yard line, and this drive already not going in the right direction here. That was Ellis there on the stop for the Eagles. Christian Ellis. So we've got 2nd and 14 now for the 49ers. Big 2 sticks here. Purdy in the gun, takes a snap, back looking, avoids a sack, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Greg Kittle, but Kittle couldn't bring it in, and there were a bunch of Eagles that swarmed on it, hoping they could grab it as a pick before, unfortunately, it was incomplete there. Jalen Carter with the quarterback hit. Purdy was getting hit as he threw. Hassan Reddick almost got him. Hassan Reddick was a free man coming in, but he was blocked there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 14. Purdy in the gun. Christian McCaffrey to his right. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure is coming. Purdy's going to have to roll out to his right. Hassan Reddick is there. He's going to throw, unload it, incomplete. Not really anybody there. And another 3 and out for the 49ers. He was looking for Brandon Ayuk. Actually, you know what? Also there. So Ayuk was definitely there. And also Jawan Jennings. But realistically, like Hassan Reddick was right there, and Hassan Reddick was delivering all kinds of pressure. So that's going to be 4th and 14, and we're going to see Wisnowski on to punt it away again. Britton Covey back to return this punt. And this is going to get fielded at the 33-yard line. Covey does not do a fair catch, so that hit is legal on him at the end of there. He was hit as he was fielding it, but he was hit as he was fielding it, but it was legal because he didn't fair catch it. So it's timeout on the field with 1 minute left in this first quarter. Philadelphia Eagles are still on top 6-0, and they've got the ball back. Yo, Greg, I am glad to see you. Thanks for hanging out here. What's good is the Eagles are on top 6-0. Yo. Couple of big 3 and outs for the Eagles defense to keep the 49ers moving backwards. The 49ers so far this game have -6 offensive yards. They are moving in the wrong direction. How you doing, Greg? Just had a whole bunch of chicken wings. All right. Gotta love it. That's all right. It's all right. That's fine. That's fine. That's why I'm here live streaming and you're dropping stuff in the comments. You can go to the bathroom all you want. You can take the phone into the bathroom all you want. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But glad you're here. Glad you're along for the ride with us. We've got 1 minute left in this first quarter here. Lots of them. All right. Yeah, Yeah, they're showing the replay. Covey didn't actually signal for a fair catch. That's why that hit on him was legal at the end. Hurts is lining up under center, man in the backfield. A.J. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes a snap, does a quick dump off to DeAndre Swift, who's going to lose a yard on that one. So, I will call the game for you while you tend to that. I can't really help you with that nonsense, but I will call the game for you while you're in the bathroom. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. So the Eagles will have to run one more play before the quarter comes to a close. Ball is on the 33, so it's 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown to the far side. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught by A.J. Brown, who's going to turn up and get about 3 there on that pickup. And that was Brown on the stop. You're right, it's not nonsense. I can't help you. I can't really help you with to address the problem though. But I will call the game. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Ooh. That sounds like you might have to see a doctor there, Greg. Messiness. Yeah, I don't want to be in your bathroom. We are at the end of the first quarter. It is going to be 3rd and 6 for the Eagles when we come back. The Eagles are still on top, 6-0. Yeah, I'm sorry you're dealing with that though, Greg. Hopefully you get yourself. Hopefully all the poopies are resolved there for you. I did. I just said it. I hopefully all the poopies are resolved for you. Quickly. All right. I can't help you. I'm sorry. I can't help you with the wipe. Nope. That's a you problem. Uh, yuck. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I can't really help you out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Greg. Hopefully that gets a lot better. A lot quickly. But it sounds like you need to get to a. It sounds like that you need some help from some folks who are physically present with you. I can't help you. I'm really sorry about that. We are coming back from commercial at this point. The best I can do is I can call the game for you. So I'll call this game that's going on. Eagles are driving right now. Coming back from this commercial break. It is 6-0. We are at the start of the second quarter. Hurts is in the gun. Empty backfield. If you're in pain, you need to see a doctor, Greg. Now he moves Swift to his left. Hurts and A.J. Brown's going to get nailed for a false start. Yeah, A.J. Brown flinched. That was super obvious there. I'm sorry about that. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Eagles. So it goes from a much more manageable 3rd and 6 to a 2 sticks, 3rd and 2 sticks for the Eagles. So here we go. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Brown lines up to the near side. Play clock winding down. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's still looking. There's pressure coming. He's going to take off himself. Hurts going to run back up to the original line of scrimmage. Picks up a couple there. 4th and 7. 4th and 7, and that's going to send the punt unit on. So that will be Braden Mann's first appearance for the Eagles. So that was definitely a disappointing way for this drive to come to an end after the Eagles getting off to a couple of really solid drives, but only getting field goals to show for it. Now the Eagles are going to punt it away, and Braden Mann going to kick it. And that's going to get fielded inside the 15, and that's going to get not much farther than the 15. It was Bell there on the field, and that is going to bring the 49ers offense out with 14 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in this first half. So not a great drive for the Eagles there. That was a 3 and out, which not it. I mean, AJ Brown's false start kind of killed that. That would have been a good start there. 49ers minus 6 total yards in the first quarter. That is the fewest in the quarter under Kyle Shanahan. So Purdy is in the gun, back to his right. Purdy takes a snap, does a quick dump off to Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey is going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 49ers continue to move backwards. Clock is running. We are at inside of 14 minutes left in this first half. They are officially going to say no gain and that he got back up to the 15. If you actually watch it, he actually kind of does lose a yard. But it is 2nd and 10 for the 49ers. Purdy in the gun, back to his left. Deebo Samuel in motion. Purdy takes a snap, and now there's going to be that play is getting killed. It's a false start on the 49ers. So once again, this play is going back. This drive is going backwards. 2nd and 15 for the 49ers now. It's going to march them back to their own 10. They got Burford for the. They got Burford on the false start. So Purdy lines up in the gun. McCaffrey lines up to his left. Man in motion. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. That's fired complete to number 11, who's going to get pushed out of bounds. That's Brandon Ayuk. Gets pushed out of bounds inside or on the other side of the 20, about the 22. So that is going to be a 12-yard pickup. Those are the first positive yards the 49ers have gotten all game. And that's actually going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the 49ers. So big 3rd down stop needed right here for the Philadelphia Eagles. This defense, which has been dominating the 49ers in the first quarter here. Purdy in the gun with an empty backfield. Purdy takes the snap. Pressure coming. He is going to try to evade the pressure. Throws. It is going to be complete. That is going to be a first down. That was Kittle there on the reception. George Kittle. I might have called him Greg earlier. I apologize about that. But yeah, the 49ers not getting a whole lot going on the ground, but they do get their first down of this game through the air. And that is going to put them 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Purdy is in the gun, back to his right. Deebo Samuel going in motion. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is bobbled but complete for Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk is going to get up to the 35, but he is going to be just shy of the first down marker, which is just narrowly on the other side. So it's going to bring up 2nd and inches for the 49ers. Let's see what the 49ers decide here. Looks like Purdy's going to line up under center. Christian McCaffrey deep in the backfield. Kittle goes in motion. Another receiver in motion. Purdy takes a snap, dumps it off to McCaffrey, who's going to lose yards. He's going to not get anywhere. It's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up third down. He only got to the 34, so it's going to be about a 1.5 kind of situation there. We'll see where they actually spotted it. He might not have even gotten back to the line of scrimmage. They will say he got back to the line. So 3rd and 1. Purdy in the gun, back to his right. Now Purdy goes under center. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is complete to Deebo Samuel. Samuel is going to... I'm checking to make sure that's not a horse collar, because that Morrow was called for. Morrow was on the stop there, but Morrow just grabs Samuel and pulls him down. And I'm checking to make sure that's not a horse collar. Does not look like the officials have thrown a flag here on this. That's a bad miss. That's a bad miss by the officiating crew, because that should have been a horse collar, because he did get pulled down. Purdy lines up under center. It is going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers, though. They are at about midfield, their own 48. Purdy under center takes a snap, dumps it off to McCaffrey. Those are McCaffrey's first positive yards. He's going to get into Eagles territory and gets to about the 1st down marker, so they will give that to him. Gets to the 42. We are at 9:20 left in this first half. 49ers are driving. They are in Eagles territory right now. 7-play, 43-yard drive. It's taken 4 minutes and 36 seconds. And counting. So Purdy is going to line up in the gun. McCaffrey lines up to his left. Deebo Samuel goes in motion to the near side. Takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's firing. It is complete to Kittle. Kittle's going to pick up the 1st down and get inside the 30, 25, 20, down to the 15, and the 10 is where he's going to get stopped finally. So it is going to be 1st and goal for the 49ers. So this is the first trip into the red zone for the 49ers all game. We will see what the Eagles do to try. It would be great if the Eagles could hold them to a field goal here. This is the time where those early field goals that the Eagles had come back to bite them, because they should have ended in touchdowns. They really should have. But the Eagles couldn't punch it in there. So 1st and goal from the 10. Purdy under center. And now the 49ers are going to call a timeout. So they have 2 remaining. I guess they're going to say on the... Yeah. I'm still trying to think back to that horse collar that was missed. I guess they're going to say, like, his legs didn't really buckle on that. That's bad. That's bad tackling. The Eagles need to not... Morrow can't tackle that way. B, that's a bad miss by the officiating. It just is. And, 49ers fan or Eagles fan, that was a bad miss. So, Purdy... They are back from the timeout. It is 1st and goal. Purdy in the gun. Back to his right. Man in motion. Purdy takes a snap. Pressure coming. Purdy is hit. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to take off himself. Gets down to the 5. Is going to bring up 2nd and goal. He was forced out of bounds by Reed Blankenship. Yeah, Purdy was getting some pressure in the pocket, but he does get taken off. Bradley Roby does deliver a hit, try to keep him from getting a whole lot of yards, but it is Reed Blankenship who knocks Purdy out of bounds. They will actually credit him to the 4, so it's going to bring up 2nd and goal on this 9-play, 81-yard drive. Purdy under center takes the snap. He's back, pressure coming, he throws, it is incomplete. He was looking for Kittle, and it was in the ground. Purdy also had to avoid a Hassan Reddick who was coming basically as a free man. So that's going to bring up third and goal for the 49ers. Eagles need a big third down stop right here to be able to hold the 49ers to a field goal. Purdy is in the gun with an empty backfield. Man in motion. That would be Ayuk in motion. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It overthrows Kittle, and that is going to be incomplete. And that will send the 49ers field goal unit on to attempt a field goal. There is a flag down. That is defensive offsides. So they are going to replay that down. They got Josh Sweat. It is a half the distance to the goal penalty at this depth. They are going to replay third down. So it is not fortunately an automatic first down, but that's a bad line up there by Josh Sweat. He lines up in the neutral zone. So going to bring up 7:15, and that does unfortunately wipe off a really, really good, really, really crucial third down stop. So the Eagles need another one right here. Purdy is in the gun. McCaffrey to his right sends Deebo Samuel in motion. Purdy takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Samuel, throws, and it is caught for the touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. Yikes. Yikes, guys. So the mistake by Josh Sweat results in a 49ers touchdown. It is the first touchdown of the game for either team. And Brandon Ayuk able to get away from Reed Blankenship in the back left corner of the Eagles end zone and gets the first touchdown. Hey. That's a bad mistake. They are looking at this. I don't know what there is to look at. The play is under review. I don't know what they're looking at. And of course, we're going to cut to commercial here. They might be looking at whether or not he had control when the ball hit the ground. Because the ball did hit the ground. Fox does its standard of cutting to commercial. They're saying it might have bobbled on, according to Jeff McClain, who is the senior-most beat writer for the Eagles. He covers them for the Philadelphia Inquirer, saying it looks like the ball moved when Brandon Ayuk hit the ground. So that is an important thing. He does have to survive the ground. So if the ball bobbles when it moves, he doesn't have control, and if it hits the ground, it's an incomplete. Of course, Fox pulls away from the coverage, so we don't actually get a chance to take a look at this replay here. They replayed it a couple of times on the broadcast, but that was before we knew that it was being reviewed. We're going to see what comes of this review here. I don't know. At first glance, it looked like it was a touchdown, but they're taking a deeper look at it. What do we think, chat? Do we think that this was a catch or no? I'm not sure there's enough to overturn this. We'll see. We are coming back from commercial. The play was upheld, so the ruling on the field does stand as called. Again, I don't think there was enough. I don't think there was enough to overturn that, and it doesn't really hit the ground. So it's not. Again, it's not like It's not like there was a clear like it was a bobble as he hit the ground and then it hit the ground. If that was the case, then yeah, it would absolutely be an incomplete. But yeah, it didn't look like the ball hit the ground ever, even if he did bobble it. So on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. We got 7:10 left to play in this first half, and the 49ers did just take the lead. It is 7-6. And this is, again, so it was some bad mistakes. All right, so the 49ers are on to kick this away. And they do. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line. Yeah, the disappointing factor is that the Eagles had him the first time, and Josh Sweat lined up offside. So that's the disappointing thing about this. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 25. Hurts in the shotgun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. He's back. He's looking. He's going to avoid pressure, and then he's going to get sacked. That's going to be a loss of about 9 there on that sack. That's a bad loss here, guys. We can't be moving backwards on our own. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 sticks. It's going to be back down at the 16-yard line is where they're going to have to go. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 19 for the Eagles. And Hurts just kind of makes a bad move, stepping up in the pocket, and Eric Armstead is able to break away from his block and get the sack there. So Hurts in the gun, back to his right. A.J. Brown wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. It is incomplete. He was looking for DeAndre Swift and is not able to get there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 19, and the Eagles marching backwards. This Eagles drive going backwards here. Not all that thrilled about this, guys. Bosa was coming in, so Hurts did have to just throw it away to avoid the sack. That was Nick Bosa getting pressure. 3rd and 19 for the Eagles from their own 16-yard line. Eagles need a big play right here to keep this drive going and to answer. Hurts takes a snap from an empty backfield, dumps it off to Devontae Smith. Smith going to get up to the 30, avoids tackles, does pick up the first down. And gets beyond the 30 to the 35 to the 37-yard line. So the Eagles making a big play there to get that first down. Devontae Smith. That is a 21-yard pickup. So Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Brown to the far side. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Gainwell, then throws to Gainwell. It's going to pick up about a yard. Going to pick up about a yard, gets to the 38. They will actually credit him to the 39, actually. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. He was forced out of bounds by Greenlaw. Forced out of bounds by Dre Greenlaw, so that is going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the Eagles' 39-yard line. We are at approaching 5 minutes left in the half. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Play clock is winding down. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing deep. He's going for Quez Watkins, and it is incomplete. No flags. Thomas was there on the pass breakup. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Looked like he might have had him, but Lane Johnson does get a slight head start there, but I don't know. He's not really making a play on the ball there. He's making a play on the receiver. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's still looking. Now there's pressure coming. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to throw, and it is incomplete. Caught by Big Dom DeSandro, Eagles chief of security. He was really looking for Devontae Smith, but that is going to be a nothing burger there. So Eagles drive does stall out in their own territory once again, and the Eagles are going to have to punt this ball away. And Braden Mann on to punt it. And the kick is away. And that's going to take a 49ers bounce. It's going to go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It bounced at like the 6, and then it bounced to the 10. So like that was a healthy punt by Braden Mann. But it does go out of bounds. It was a 51-yard punt when it went out of bounds. So we have 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to play in this first half. The 49ers will get the ball to start the second half. So hopefully the Eagles are able to make a big play right here. Would be really, really beneficial for them at this point. Eagles got off to a fast start with their first 2 drives, but were only able to convert field goals on them, and it's definitely frustrating when that happens. Because the Eagles it was frustrating. The Eagles weren't able to get closer in, and then on the first drive, I kind of stalled out around the 10, 11-yard line. Then on the second drive, Jalen Hurts was driving. He had it. He was directing traffic and kind of tripped over himself, and that was not good. So Eagles should be up by like 2 scores. Or Eagles should be up at this point, but a couple of bad offensive opportunities. Credit to the defense for the defense being able to only hold the 49ers to minus 4 yards in the first quarter. It was almost as if that first quarter didn't exist for them. But I think those field goals are going to come back to bite us in the butt. I don't know. Drop some notes in the chat. Would love to hear from you. Around the league, the Cardinals did defeat the Steelers 24-10. That game was the last of the early block games to finish up after it was suspended for lightning. Tampa Bay is on top of the Panthers 7-3, and the Cleveland Browns are losing to the Los Angeles Rams 7-10 in favor of the Rams there. So here we are. We are coming back from this commercial break. 49ers have 90 yards to go in order to score another touchdown. 4:37. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Brock Purdy in the gun. Deebo Samuel in motion back to Purdy's right. Purdy takes a snap, dumps it off to Deebo Samuel. Samuel going to get to the 15 and is forced out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the 49ers. Hassan Reddick was there on the stop, keeping it from being a first down. And that was a bad snap there. Purdy was lucky to have gotten that. That was almost out of the back of the end zone. So Purdy going to line up in the gun, back behind him. That would be Christian McCaffrey behind him. Sends a man in motion. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to pick up the first down. Easy, gets to the 25, to the 26-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup stop by Christian Ellis. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the 49ers. We are inside of 4 minutes left to play in this first half. The 49ers will get the ball to start the second. Eagles do need to have a big defensive stop on this drive in order to get the ball back with an opportunity to take the lead before halftime. Purdy in the gun, back to his left, sends Samuel in motion. Purdy takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Samuel, throws. It is caught by George Kittle. It's going to be a first down, gets into Eagles territory down around the 49-yard line. That was a 25-yard pickup for Kittle. And Kevin Byard was there to bring him down. So that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the 49ers from the Eagles' 49-yard line. We are inside of 3 minutes left to play in this first half. It would be great if the Eagles were able to get any kind of a stop on these next set of plays. It would be even better if they got a turnover. Purdy, under center, back deep in the backfield. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is going to pick up about 9. He's going to get down to about the 40. So it's 2nd and inches really for the 49ers once again. We'll see what they dial up here. See what the Eagles dial up here. Purdy under center. Split backs in the backfield. Now they're going to send him in motion. Purdy still under center. And we're gonna hit the 2-minute warning. So they were just kind of trying to draw the Eagles off sides as we approach the 2-minute warning here. So we are into the 2-minute warning in this first half. It is the 49ers 7, the Eagles 6. This is a 4-play, 50-yard drive that's taken 2 minutes and 37 seconds so far, and that is it is counting. Eagles need to come back to life here. It's only a matter of time before the Eagles started attacking the middle at this point. Or the 49ers started attacking the middle. Middle's a little bit banged up. Christian Ellis covering Kittle is not really the answer here. It's a little bit of we're showing a little bit of activity early in the game. The 49ers kind of interrupted some pregame warm-ups that caused some words between the Eagles and 49ers coaching staff. So we are back from the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd and 1. Both teams have both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Purdy is under center, and they're going to take the snap and just QB sneak it. So it's going to pick up about 3, and it does get the first down. Jalen Carter is credited with the stop there, but it doesn't matter because the 49ers picked up a first down. So clock is running. We are at 1:40 left in the first half. Eagles need to come up with a defensive stop at some point in these next couple of plays here. Otherwise, because again, the 49ers will get the ball to start the second half. Purdy in the gun, takes the snap, back, looking, throws. It is caught by Brandon Ayuk for a first down around the 25. They will credit him to the 24, so big yikes there. Clock is winding down, getting down to about a minute left in this first half. Purdy is in the gun, back behind him. Purdy takes the snap, he's back, he's looking, he throws, overthrows Jennings, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the 49ers. That was Jawan Jennings there on that, on the overthrow. But it doesn't really matter because it's 2nd and 10. So the 49ers have a couple more shots, and they will get the ball. Again, they'll get the ball to start the second half. So Purdy in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Sends Jennings in motion. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. That's Brandon Ayuk. There is a flag down. We will see what this flag is right now. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be there was a couple yard pickup, but we got to check this flag to see what might be going on. And it's going to be offsides. So it's going to give them the down back, and it's a 5-yard penalty. Josh Sweat again called for the offsides. That is the second time Josh Sweat has been called in a critical moment for offsides. Purdy in the gun, takes a snap, 2nd and 5, throws, caught, and it is down inside the 5-yard line. That is Deebo Samuel. Once again, that creates a really, really good 49ers play. And the Eagles are going to take their second timeout while they think this one over and while they rethink their life decisions, because they need to do that in this half. Or they need to do that when they go into halftime here. They need to figure out some kind of a way to stop the 49ers now, so that way the 49ers can only be held to a field goal, a much more manageable scenario, because the Eagles are back up to their old performance level at this point in the first half. They had a great first quarter, and the second quarter just kind of like stopped. Oy. (7-6) in favor of the 49ers with 42 seconds left in this first half. When we come back from the timeout, it will be 1st and goal for the 49ers from the Eagles' 4-yard line is where they've officially credited them down. 8-play, 85-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 55 seconds to get to this point. And once again, if I haven't said this enough, the 49ers will get the ball to start the second half. So, I don't know, folks. How are we thinking this half is going to end? Drop it in the chat. Really would love to hear from you. And please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Just hanging out here. Appreciate you doing so. They actually gave the Eagles a yard back. They adjusted it, I guess, so it's going to be 1st and 5 from the Eagles' 5, statistically. But yeah, the 49ers have just been getting down there. So in this second quarter, it was a tale of two quarters here in this first half. 45 seconds left. Ball is on the Eagles' 5-yard line. Purdy under center. McCaffrey in the backfield. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to get stopped at the 3. It's a 2-yard pickup. And the Eagles will call their third and final timeout of the half. It is going to be 2nd and goal for the 49ers. It'd be great if there would be some kind of turnover here that would give the Eagles at least a chance of going downfield. But it's going to be unlikely that the Eagles are going to get anything out of that. But a turnover would be really, really critical in stopping the 49ers from getting points at least. So Eagles defense needs to come in here and come up with any kind of a stop here. We got 41 seconds left in this first half. Second and goal. Purdy lines up under center. McCaffrey is in the backfield. Purdy sends Ayuk in motion. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey in for the touchdown. McCaffrey in for the touchdown. And the 49ers are going to go up. It's still a one-score game, technically. Even if the 49ers get the extra point, it will still be a one-score game because they'll only be up 14-6. So the Eagles could march down the field, get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We'll see what happens though. 38 seconds left in the half. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do. Snap, hold, kick is good. With 38 seconds left to play in this first half, it is the Philadelphia Eagles 6, San Francisco 49ers 14. All right, 49ers on to kick it away. And it goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball at their own 25-yard line. Can they go 75 yards in 38 seconds with no timeouts? Be great if the Eagles could at least get some kind of a field goal. The Eagles are 5-0 and trailing at halftime this season. But it would be nice if the Eagles didn't go into halftime trailing. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to throw. It's going to be batted at the line. Incomplete. That does stop the clock. It is 2nd and 10. 33 seconds left in this first half. And even with my TV volume down, I think you can hear the Eagles fans expressing their disgruntlement. That 49ers drive was a 10-play, 85-yard drive that ended in a touchdown. It took 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Hurts lines up in the gun. Back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off, and is going to turn up, and that's going to be Gainwell picking up about 3. This clock is going to run. The Eagles are out of timeouts for the half. Third down. Third down and 7 for the Eagles. We'll see what they decide to do here. They might just send this into halftime. It's not like there's going to be a whole lot of action going on here. Or they might take a shot before halftime. We will see. Now they're going into the locker room. So we are at halftime, folks. We are at halftime with the score at halftime. The Eagles 6, San Francisco 49ers 14. The 49ers will get the ball to start the second half. So, drop how you're feeling in the chat about this one. I'll tell you right now, I'm not all that thrilled. All right. Let's check some stats here. Let's do our little halftime show with the reviewing some of the stats from the first half. I would have loved it if the first half only contained the first quarter, but alas, that is not the case. Just a quick check around the league real quick. Rams are on top of the Browns 10-7. Buccaneers are on top of the Panthers 7-3. So Buccaneers, Panthers is in the third quarter. Rams have yet to have halftime. They will be in there in a few minutes. All right, let's take a look at these stats here. So Hurts on the whole, not bad per se. 13 for 22, 143 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Passer rating is 78.4. So, but he's been sacked a few times. So that's definitely not good. He's been sacked quite a bit, actually. Take a quick check on that. He's been sacked twice for a loss of 24, including the one where he just kind of tripped over his own feet. That was definitely bad. Hurts right now is the leading rusher in terms of yardage, 11 yards on 2 carries. His longest was 7. DeAndre Swift, 4 carries for 8 yards. Kenny Gainwell, 2 carries for 5. Yo, Tom Grassi and everybody else, so good to see you. Thank you so much. I am Joe Donahue with Bird's Nest Media. So good to see you all. Hang on one second here. There we go. The big Tom Grassi shirt here. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for stopping by. Live streaming the Eagles 49ers game. The Go Birds, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you stopping by. Tom, thanks so much for sending them all over. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Always so much fun being a part of the posse. I am here. I just had to show you guys the Tom Grassi shirt. So good to see you all. Thank you so much. How are you guys feeling about this game? Folks? Because this is, for me, this is not a great second quarter. I do hope the Birds will come back. I really, really do. Somebody was doing a little bit of thing. Too Close to the Moon. Thanks so much for subscribing. Really helps out the channel. Thank you all so much. This game is a little rough here. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so this has been I would have loved it if this game had just stayed confined to the first quarter, and if the Eagles were able to extend their first quarter performance into the second quarter. Unfortunately, something happened, and the Eagles defense just kind of shut down and let the 49ers offense run all over them. And then the Eagles just couldn't get anything going on offense. So it's kind of disappointing. This is also an area where those field goals kind of come back to bite us in the butt. It is anyone's game, though, at this point. Yeah, Josh, I'm glad that you feel good. Yeah, 49ers, Marty, yeah, I do see that. It is anyone's game. Go Eagles. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got to get Devontae Smith going. Yeah, the Eagles, I am feeling confident that the Eagles are going to come back here. The Eagles have definitely been a strong performance here. Dr. Man, bloopers. Thanks for stopping by. We will make adjustments. I am really sure. Again, thank you so much for the raid here. Really, really appreciate it. Cross about the middle there. Dave's not there. Thank you so much for the subscription. It kind of blew up here, Ethan. I'm looking here for you. I'm looking through here now. I missed all kinds of folks. Cerebral Palsy Gamer, love your stuff. Thanks so much for stopping by. It really helps the channel out if you like and subscribe. I have been very confident in Sean Desai's adjustments. So Sean Desai going into the offense or going into halftime usually is able to come back with some good adjustments to figure out what the 49ers are given. And I guess, to be fair, it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to get a good sense of the 49ers offense when they only get -6 yards in the first quarter. We will see. Yep, Eagles are only down 1 touchdown, so that's always good. It is definitely able to be coming back, so I appreciate all of you for stopping by here. Thanks again, Tom, for sending them over my way here. It's all right. We're hanging out. We're doing we're hanging out, doing a good doing a stream here. 14-6 right now. And then Brock Purdy 9 for 15, 118 yards, a touchdown. Really, the game changer has been some of the Eagles' mistakes. Especially on that touchdown, that first touchdown to Brandon Ayuk, that was preceded by a Josh Sweat false start, or Josh Sweat offside that kind of gave the 49ers that extra opportunity to go in there. So I'm definitely disappointed there about that. The Eagles spend so much time focusing on the fundamentals that something like that needs to make sure that we are addressed. Hurts will definitely get better in the second half. C-Town, I appreciate you. Only down a touchdown, always important there. Like last week. Well, last week we were down by 10, I believe. Yeah. The Eagles will still definitely get going in the second half, and they did a good job of keeping it close. They should have 2 touchdowns instead of those 2 field goals there. They should have been able to punch it into the end zone there, and on both of those 2 drives. But with the kind of the way that the refs have been kind of letting the teams play a little bit, which is always good. And then the second one where Hurts just kind of tripped over himself, it's kind of disappointing there. But yeah, I appreciate all of you for hanging out. Appreciate the raid, Tom. Michael, thanks so much for subscribing. Really helps the channel out. Alrighty. That was definitely unexpected, but I am very, very glad to have that you guys all stopped by. Yeah. It's frustrating there, Musical Matthew. With the plays that can result in turnovers. Yeah, it's frustrating. Alrighty, but yeah, it's the play calling hasn't been the best. Yeah, the play calling hasn't been the best on the whole, but the one thing that the Eagles are really good at is making the second half adjustments, and for the Eagles to get through the first half with no turnovers of their own is definitely really good. I think the last time that they did that was against the Washington Commanders. I don't think they've played a clean turnover game since that first Washington Commanders game that went into overtime. So, but the Eagles defense definitely needs to get turnovers. The last time that the Eagles defense got turnovers, the last time that the Eagles defense didn't get a turnover, an interception, or even force a fumble was the loss to the Jets. So Um, um, I think it's the Commanders game. I'd have to double check. I do have the stats for that. I can check that real quick. I think the only game that the Eagles played in without a turnover so far has been, or without their own turnover, has been, oh, you know what? I'm talking about the first Commanders game. The first Commanders game that went into overtime. The second Commanders game was abysmal, turnover wise. But interceptions, interceptions. The Commanders game here, they had no interceptions. Eagles offense had no interceptions, and they were one. They had fumbled, but they didn't recover the fumble. They did recover their own fumble. Thanks, Ethan. May the best team win. May the best team win. Yeah, C-Town, I'm not worried yet. I'm not super duper worried. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you are right there. You are right there, Musical Matthew. The last time that they did was the first Dallas matchup. I'm going back. I'm double checking here, but yeah, they didn't have an interception there. They did fumble the ball 3 times on their own, but they did recover that. Yeah, I'm not worried at the end of the day. I am not worried. So yeah. But yeah, it was some of those stupid mistakes that put the 49ers on the board, right? So you had the Eagles do that critical third down stop. You had the Eagles do that critical third down. I would love it if this didn't do that. Cool. You had the Eagles do that critical third down stop, and then Josh Sweat lines up off sides. So, and that's what allows for the Brandon Ayuk touchdown. And then the 49ers just figured out that they can attack our middle, and Christian Ellis doesn't seem to be the answer to cover George Kittle there. So, yeah. I need Hurts in fantasy too. Yep, C-Town, yeah, I appreciate you. Keith, thank you so much for I'm sorry, Kevin Gibson, thank you so much for the subscription. I just noticed that. I'm sorry, it kind of blew up with the raid here, and the first time I've been on the receiving end of a raid, so I'm glad that you guys did. They called it. It wasn't picked up by the it wasn't picked up by the camera, so they didn't throw the graphic up until very late. But it was called. It was obvious that he lined up off sides. Yeah, we are coming back from halftime. It is the start of the third quarter here. So we are getting things going. Once again, I appreciate all of you for coming, especially, being part of the Grossi Posse myself, everybody who came over from the raid. I really, really appreciate you all. So thank you so much. Yeah, there wasn't enough to overturn it though, C-Town. Yeah, you're right that it was definitely iffy. But when I watched it, it seemed like it was pretty obvious that it was a touchdown. But when they did it took a couple of replays, and it actually took me looking at some of the Eagles reporters on Twitter to realize, oh, that's what they're looking at. But yeah, when I was watching it, it didn't look like there was a whole lot there. Yeah, he didn't really lose control. Or if he did lose control, there wasn't enough to decide that the ball had ever hit the ground. So Jake Elliott is on to kick this away, and we are out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we are into the third quarter here. So the 49ers will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line. So here we go. We are going through here. Brock Purdy on In the gun, Christian McCaffrey goes in motion to behind Purdy, and then Deebo Samuel goes in motion. Purdy takes the snap, hands it off to McCaffrey, who's going to bounce to the outside and picks up about 5. Gets up to the 30-yard line. Let's go turnover. Yeah, I do need an Eagles turnover here. We absolutely need an Eagles turnover. That would be huge to start this second half off. And I mean the Eagles defense needs to get a turnover, just to clarify. We're at 14 and a half minutes left in the third quarter here. Clock is running. Ball is on the 30-yard line. Purdy in the gun, takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Ayuk. It was in and out of his hands. It's going to bring up third down. And Reed Blankenship there to Reed Blankenship almost actually had that. That was almost a pick by Reed Blankenship. He is not happy that went through his hands. I know, I just wanted to clarify. Well, not superstitious, but a little stitious. Purdy in the gun, takes a snap, throws, caught by Jawan Jennings, and that's going to get down to about the 48-yard line. Eli Ricks was there on the stop. That's going to bring up a 49ers first down here. So, yeah, Jawan Jennings wide open, cutting across the middle, running a little cross route. Eli Ricks was there trying to catch up. Reed Blankenship slows him down. Purdy in the gun, back to his left. Purdy takes a snap, throws, caught by Kittle, but he is short of the first down marker by about 2 yards. Really? How does that work there, C-Town? I didn't know you could play fantasy with defensive players specifically. That gets up to the 44-yard line. That was Blankenship on the stop, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 2. So Purdy is in the gun, back behind him. Purdy takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is going to get stopped in the backfield, loses a yard. There we go. Yeah, Blankenship has played really well this year. He's been having a career level game. Loses a yard, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 at the Eagles' 45-yard line. The Eagles need a big third down stop right here. Alex Kemp, the referee, getting a little too chummy with Christian McCaffrey. Interesting, C-Town. Interesting. 3rd and 3. Purdy in the gun, takes the snap. He's back. He's looking, throwing, wide open. Christian McCaffrey, blown coverage by Nicholas Morrow, who cuts in front of him. And McCaffrey is going to get pushed out of bounds at the Eagles' 12-yard line. "33-yard pass. He was finally forced out of bounds by Darius Slay, but not before the 49ers get within striking distance of another touchdown. 49ers really woke up after that first quarter. Nicholas Morrow just makes a really bad decision to try to cut in front of McCaffrey, and McCaffrey takes that football and is able to run down the field with it. 1st and 10, Purdy under center, man in the backfield, Ayuk in motion. Purdy takes a snap. He dumps it off to Deebo Samuel. Samuel is going to bounce out to the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. You can't leave CMC open. No, you cannot. You absolutely cannot leave CMC open. And you also can't let that happen. So that's going to be another touchdown for the 49ers. They are going to go up by 2 scores at this point. It is 20-6. One thing that was giving me any kind of solace right now is the 49ers went into halftime only up by 1 score, and now they are up by 2. Moody on to attempt the extra point here. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. And with 11 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in this third quarter, it is the Philadelphia Eagles 6, the San Francisco 49ers 21. Eagles need to get some kind of life injected back into them very quickly. Yeah, C-Town, I appreciate you, Musical Matthew. I appreciate you. I'm looking through there now. Yeah, we do need a touchdown drive. But yeah, that D lineman, linebacker, defensive back, and defensive player. It looks like. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Really interesting setup there. Yeah, so we definitely need any kind of a turnover in the next 49ers drive. But we also need the Eagles to march down the field and get a touchdown. Need the Eagles to get their first touchdown of the game. Desperately, desperately, desperately. So we will see what happens on that front there. What did the Eagles offense decide to do during halftime? That is the biggest question of this game. Hey, how are we feeling now? How are we feeling? We still feeling confident after that drive? I think the Eagles have it in them still. We'll see how they turn up on offense. But Eagles defense needs to show up to play again. A.J. Brown. Need a big performance out of him. Brown has 4 catches for 63 yards so far this game. So he is definitely the Eagles' leading receiver. Yeah, we'll see. That is how they did it in the first couple of games. That is how they did it in their first couple of games. So we will see what happens. Yeah. Yep. You are absolutely right, Music. You're absolutely right, Matthew. Yeah. Yeah. You are absolutely right. The Eagles' run offense needs to show up. And I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks that the Eagles have gotten a little bit away from the run. Kick is away, and that is going to get fielded just shallow in the end zone. So that's going to get brought out to the 20, down to the 25-yard line is where that's going to get stopped. There is a flag down. So we will check on what this flag is here. Yeah, maybe Eagles fans need to go back to chanting "Run the football" at Lincoln Financial Field. That's kind of what worked during the 21 season. That's going to be a face mask on the 49ers. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. They got Demetrius Flanagan Foles on the face mask. All right, so that will move the football to the Eagles' 42-yard line, and will give the Eagles their first, their best field position, their best starting field position of this game. I know how you feel. Run the football. Just run the football. Hurts is in the gun. DeAndre Swift to his left. A.J. Brown wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to pick up about 3. There we go. There's a run. There's a run. 5 straight wins when facing a 10-plus point deficit, tied for the longest streak since 1950 with Joe Montana and Steve Bartkowski. So we got 2nd and 7. Ball is on the Eagles' 45-yard line. We are at about 11 minutes left in this third quarter. Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. A.J. Brown is wide out to the near side. Swift wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to roll out to his left. Pressure coming. Hurts going to throw it away to avoid the sack. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. And looks like Hurts got pushed out of bounds a little bit there after that throw. They will not call a flag there. Javon Hargrave, former Eagle, was there on the quarterback hit, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 from the Eagles' 45-yard line. So we will see what they dial up. Need some more runs here, guys. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell to his left. A.J. Brown wide out to the near side. Kenny Gainwell goes in motion to Hurts' right. Play clock winding down. Hurts calls for the football. Hurts back, looking, avoiding pressure. He's going to roll out to his left. Hurts going to throw. That is caught A.J. Brown into 49ers territory, and that is going to be an Eagles 1st down. So we are moving chains now. We are moving chains. All right. We are into 49ers territory again. That's the first time we've been in 49ers territory since the first quarter. All right. We are moving this football. There's a 13-yard pickup by Brown. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap, fakes a handoff to Gainwell, throws, caught, Jack Stoll. There is a flag down. We will check this flag. Pending the result of the flag, it was about an 8-yard pickup. The flag is in the defensive backfield. It was Jack Stoll on the reception. Offensive pass interference. And they got Devontae Smith for that. So I don't know how that was. I don't know how that. He didn't really even touch him. It's a 10-yard penalty. So that's going to push the Eagles back into their own territory. And Nick Sirianni is not having it. 1st and 20 for the Eagles. Hurts takes the snap from the gun. Back, looking, throws. Complete to Devontae Smith, who's going to go out of bounds. Picks up most of those yards back. So that's going to bring up 2nd down. Yeah, that was nonsense there. Hurts kind of picked up most of those yards back on that throw to Smith. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking to throw. That is caught by Devontae Smith again. Gets down to the 25-yard line, forced out of bounds at the 24. There is a flag down. We're going to check on this flag. We're going to check on this flag here. There's a little bit of a kerfuffle going on here on the sideline. Sirianni arguing with the officials right now. What's going on? He's making his case there for it. And yeah. So we're yeah, it looks like it's going to be unnecessary roughness. Some ref ball going on here. Big Don DeSandro in there trying to break up the Big Don. Oh. One of the 49ers players put his hand on Big Don DeSandro, who's the Eagles' chief of security there. Oh, yeah, no, he hits him. He hits him. Oh, the officials are trying to break it up. He hits him bad. Last season, that got Quay Walker ejected a couple of times, contact with a non-participating member of the opposing team. Dean Blandino is doing some kind of analysis there. Nick Sirianni trying to deal with stuff here. Yeah, you can't touch a play. You can't You cannot hit. I don't care if Big Dom DeSandro is from. I don't care if Big Dom DeSandro is on the opposing is a former Philly cop or whatever. I think they're reviewing to see if he gets disqualified right now. Seatown. That's they're going to get Dre Greenlaw on that. So that was Greenlaw, and Greenlaw is not happy. And they did just throw out Greenlaw, so Greenlaw has been disqualified from the game. He made contact with a non-participating member of the opposing team. The officials will call that every time. If the officials do not call that, that is automatically reviewable by New York, even if the officials miss it on the field. So yes, you are right. He should be kicked out, but Greenlaw is not happy. Greenlaw is yelling at every coach that he can, trying to plead his case, but he has to go to the locker room. The officials will not resume this game until he goes off the field. Security will have to escort him if he does not go willingly. And he is right now holding up this game. He's talking with coaches, and he's going to have to watch the rest of this game from the locker room. He cannot. The Niners are not happy right now. But I mean, this has been going on all day. Before the game, the 49ers interrupted Eagles defensive back warm-ups. So I don't know what's going on here, but the conflicting thing about this is that the foul was against the Eagles' head of security. That's Don DeSandro. If you're watching the game on the screen right now, Don DeSandro is the big guy who's there with the earpiece, and he's very hard to miss. That's why we call him Big Don DeSandro. But yeah, he is. The officials are also now hearing it from Kyle Shanahan. I have no idea why. The problem is DeSandro's the head of security, so he's got to be able to get in the way and be able to help break stuff up. But DeSandro might now be walking off the field too. So we are in a huge delay right now, but Greenlaw has been disqualified, and yeah, DeSandro is walking off the field to rousing Eagles fans. Really excited for really grateful for the Eagles chief security officer for the work that he does. And the 49ers do have to escort Greenlaw off the field because the officials did disqualify Greenlaw. So Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap, and he's going to get sacked. He's going to lose about 2 yards there. Yeah, I'll take that trade. It's going to be a little bit of a bummer not seeing DeSandro on the sideline, but you know what? Greenlaw getting disqualified. Greenlaw going into the locker room now himself. And we have a timeout on the field. Never mind. No, we don't. They had to sort something out with the clock, I guess. Now, we got a timeout on the field. We got 8:31 left. Looks like 54 had his shoe removed. That would be Fred Warner. So, yeah, I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade. It was puts the Eagles at the 12-yard line of puts the Eagles at the 14-yard line of the 49ers, 2nd and 12. We'll see. I think Hurts should run definitely. But yeah, handoff. It would be great if we just did some handoffs. We'll see what they dial up for DeAndre Swift here. 2nd and 12. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his left. Hurts takes a snap. Does a quick throw over to A.J. Brown. Incomplete. Ward was on him all the way. Yeah, they do a bunch of QB draws. Yeah. Luis, I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, thanks so much. Glad you love the streams. 3rd and 11 for the, or 3rd and 12, I'm sorry, for the Eagles. Ball's on the 14. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's free man coming in. Brown catches that, gets up to the first down marker, and is brought down at the first down marker. So that is going to be an Eagles first down. It is 1st and goal from the 2. So we will probably see a brotherly shove. Maybe not on this play. The Eagles only need to get 1 yard before they brotherly shove it in. Brown almost loses it there, though, on the tackle. They're lining up for the brotherly shove from the 2-yard line. They could just brotherly shove it in. Hurts takes it himself, and that is, he's going to get stood up at about the 1. There we go. There we go. Yep. Why not just brotherly shove it in all the way, right? Like, you're picking up like a couple yards each time. Hurts, yeah, he might get it in. You know what? Yeah, no, they're going to say, they are saying that it's at the 1. It's not worth a challenge. It's not worth it. It's not worth a challenge there on the brotherly shove. We just run it again. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Ball on the 1. Hurts takes it. Touchdown. There we go. There we go. We finally have a touchdown. Finally have a touchdown. And it is a Jalen Hurts brotherly shove touchdown. And now the officials are getting at it again, trying to break up players. What did they say? Yeah, no, he's in for the touchdown there. That is a Jalen Hurts touchdown. So that brings it up. They hadn't updated it yet. So I was getting a little bit of stuff here from my on the right-hand side here on my screen where I'm looking at that. But yeah, it was a big touchdown, and then there was just some nonsense going on. So Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. And with 6 minutes and 51 seconds left to play in this 3rd quarter, it is the Philadelphia Eagles 13, San Francisco 49ers 21. They did not go for 2. I don't know. You see, Hefe, I understand where you're coming from there, but I understand where you're coming from there, Hefe, but I don't think so. The brotherly shove will not become exposed in the playoffs as a play that doesn't work, because the Eagles the Eagles have 5 refrigerators on the offensive line and a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds. So I don't think that when the Eagles get into the playoffs, and they could clinch today, depending on whether or not the Rams are able to drop it to Cleveland. Yeah. They could clinch it today. It's going to be a play that's effective, and the Eagles have already used it against some playoff caliber teams, and we just saw that here. The 49ers are going to make the playoffs, no question. But yeah, C-Town, we definitely need the defense to show up now at this point. 6:51 left in the 3rd quarter. We need the defense to start making some big plays, making some turnovers. Getting more sacks on Brock Purdy. I'm glad that they were able to get a couple. I believe they got 1 on him already, so they need to get some more sacks. Yeah, the brotherly shove. Yep. Yeah, the other teams don't run it nearly as effectively, and we saw how the 49ers are not didn't even run a brotherly shove there. They ran like a QB sneak earlier in the game. So it's definitely the brotherly shove requires a certain type of offensive line and a certain type of quarterback that most teams don't have, and that's why the Eagles are able to run it effectively, and that's why you're able to get Nick Sirianni go up to the podium and say if everybody could do it, everybody would do it. But not everybody is able to because they're just simply not. No, Andy Reid did not let the Eagles win. No, that is simply not accurate. Kansas City, it has not been a great second half team, and they pointed that out on the broadcast. So that was a 10-play, 58-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 50 seconds for the Eagles. Most of those yards came by penalty. And Elliott kicks it away, and that is going to get fielded in the end zone. It's going to get brought out to the 15 by Deebo Samuel, down to the 20, and gets down to the 23. So bad decision by Deebo Samuel to run that out because it does result in a slightly worse field position than a touchback. He might be able to. All right, so that's going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers from their own 23-yard line. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel. Samuel returned a couple of kickoffs out of the end zone today and almost got back to the 25 on that one. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 23. Purdy under center. McCaffrey in the backfield. Man in motion. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He is going to get sacked. That is Fletcher Cox back from injury last week, and Fletcher Cox doing his little crawl there to celebrate. Big sack. Big sack, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 12 for the 49ers. Defense showing back up. Love that. I do love that that little Fletcher Cox thing that he does. Got to the ball there quickly. Purdy had no time in the pocket on that one. So 2nd and 12. Purdy is in the gun. Ayuk is in motion. McCaffrey is behind him in the I formation. Purdy takes a snap, dumps it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is going to go to the outside and gets back to about the 25, 26-yard line is where they're going to mark it down. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the 49ers from their own 26. Perfection. We are inside of 6 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Ball is on the 26-yard line. That was exactly the sack we needed. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is going to be caught for the 1st down. That's Brandon Ayuk. Darius Slay on the stop. Yeah. Kittle, but you also have, you had, unfortunately, Ayuk kind of got the better of Slay there. So, fortunately, Slay was able to get him out of bounds before too much damage was caused. So, that is going to be a 1st down for the 49ers. Would have been good for a 3rd down stop, but alas. Inside of 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. McCaffrey under center, I formation behind him. Then 44 splits out. McCaffrey takes a snap, dumps it off to Purdy takes a snap, dumps it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey bumps outside, does pick up the 1st down, gets into Eagles territory. Yeah, what is our season-long 3rd down allowed? Defense 3rd down stops. I'll check on that. Purdy in the gun, takes the snap. Back, looking, throws, complete Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel misses the 1st tackle, and he's going to take off. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Deebo Samuel. Here. Yikes. Yeah, that was not good. That was bad tackling. And he just kind of had a lane for, Samuel had some blocks there at the end. So, otherwise, Yeah, our defensive third down conversion percentage is 45.45%, which is 30th in the league. Not the way that if you are the Eagles that you want to respond here. Snap, hold, kick is good. And with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter, it is the Philadelphia Eagles 13, the San Francisco 49ers 28. Yeah, he does. Debo does break tackles. There is a flag down. There's a flag down, so we're going to check on this flag here. So now they're saying that there are two different fouls here, so we're going to check on these flags. Something's going on here. This is not good. This needs to... So they're going to say false start initially. But then there's a personal foul. So the personal foul is going to offset the false start because that's a 15-5. We're gonna double check to see what's going on here with these. The problem with blitzing right now, Seatown, is the 49ers don't have receivers that they can give up. So blitzing is good if they can get to the quarterback, but they're not really right now. They've gotten to him a couple times, which is good, but I don't know. I think the Eagles have such a dominant defensive line that they can deal with that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So here's what's going on. So it was a yeah. So the try is going to stand. So the try is going to stand. So it'll be oh, you know what? No, they're going to re-kick it. I'm not going to take the points down because this is going to be okay. Because it was a foul between downs. So the false start was on the 49ers. And the 49 but there was a personal foul on committed on Jalen Carter. So Jalen Carter committed an unnecessary roughness. So that's going to be enforced on the kickoff. The false start, because of the way that the rules are configured, the false start is just automatically declined. So they just re-kicked it. And the point after attempt is good. So 33:54 left in the third quarter. It is the Eagles 13, 49ers 28. Yeah, desperate times do call for desperate measures, but maybe not those desperate measures. I don't know. We'll see. Sean Desai is from the school of Vic Fangio, so I don't expect him to do a lot of blitzing. I really don't. He's done a little bit more, which I've been surprised by, but he's not. I mean, Sean Desai has been he's fond of sending pressure on the front four and then just not giving up the big play, which the Eagles have been doing a little bit of today. So, yeah. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see here, Matthew. Yeah, or a non-call on Hurts. Yeah, I don't know. The officials have been letting him play for the most part, but now it's chippy. Now it is chippy. So the Eagles need to win. The 49ers need to win this game more for their own fan base, but the Eagles need this win because the Eagles, without it, will be a little bit less likely to win the number one seed. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's frustrating right now to see what's going on here and see what's going on the field. And the 49ers just figured out after the first quarter that they could cut us up down the middle. Because a lot of the plays have been happening. They've been plays that have been down the middle. There haven't been a ton of um, plays that have been going to the outside, except unless they've been like passes. But the passes have been shut down pretty quickly. Yep, 49ers picked apart the secondary. And I know Blankenship's looking for a flag there, but it's not going to happen. Alrighty, here we go. That kick was from the 50-yard line. That went out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So yeah, our second we have a stacked offensive line. We have a stacked offensive and defensive line, but the defensive secondary is kind of not great right now. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Ball is on their own 25-yard line. Hurts is in the gun. Swift is to his left. Devontae Smith to the near side. Brown on the slot to the far side. Now Brown is the wide out as they send Quez Watkins in motion. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to pick up about 3. There we go. So we got some runs going. We got some running going here. It's going to. They will only credit him for 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 27. So we got about 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Hurts is in the gun. Swift is to his right. A.J. Brown goes in motion to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. Hurts back, looking, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Swift again, and that went to his feet. There was pressure coming immediately. It looks like that was Bosa coming in there. So, yeah, Lane Johnson trying to avoid giving up the sack, and he does not, fortunately. But he does give up the he does get pressure, and Bosa kind of hits him towards the end of that. So 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Ball's on the 27. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. He's going to take off himself. Hurts going to get up to the 32 before he is stopped. So that is going to bring up 4th down and like 3. And we are probably going to see a punt. That was Fred Warner and Burks on the stop there. That was Oren Burks also on the stop. So Eagles go marching off the field. Punting unit comes on. 3 and out once again. It's 4th and 2, so they do credit him to the 33, but not a good move here this deep into the backfield. So Braden Mann on to punt it away, and he does. And that's going to get fielded, muffed, and out of bounds. So San Francisco will get the football. When we come back, timeout on the field. Eagles 13, 49ers 28. Yeah, the ball went out of bounds at the 25. Yeah. All right, all right, we need Eagles need to get a turnover on this drive. I don't know. You're right, except what happens if the fake punt doesn't work here? Eagles special teams has not been awesome historically. They were definitely not awesome last year. People are saying that they've gotten better. I only think they've gotten marginally better. I don't think that they've gotten all that much better. Certainly not noticeably enough better to get this. You know what? Since in honor of the Tom Grossi raid that happened, I'm going to go pee for the D. So I'm going to be back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, we do need a turnover at this point, guys. We definitely need a turnover. All righty. Yeah, Nick Sirianni trying to calm his players down. Yeah, Jalen Carter. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, looks like there was a little bit of a kerfuffle. '49ers are getting good coverage. Purdy under center. McCaffrey in the backfield. Ball's on the 25. Purdy takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going to bounce outside to the 30. Gets knocked down about the 33. They'll actually only credit him to the 32, so that's going to bring up second down. Alrighty. Yeah, last 4 drives for the 49ers all ended in touchdowns. We are inside of 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Ball's on the 32. It's 2nd and 3. Look for them to cut up the middle. Purdy under center. Purdy takes the snap, hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets the first down. Gets up to the 37-yard line. Yeah, I don't. I don't know if it's the routes that they're running. I don't know. You are. Yeah, this is bothersome. Clock's running. We are at 1:15 left in this third quarter. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 37-yard line of the Niners. Purdy in the gun takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. Throws. It is caught by Christian McCaffrey. He is hit immediately by Nicholas Morrow. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball is going to be on the 40 there. I don't know what a plat is. Was that something I said? I'm sorry if I flubbed that. I'm sorry. 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 40. Purdy under center. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off. McCaffrey picks up the first down into Eagles territory, down around the 43. All right, we need something here. We need some kind of defensive stop. Because the 49ers are cutting up our middle secondary there. All right, C-Town, appreciate you hanging out. Thanks so much. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, I'll have a Eagles episode or a post game recap of this when we're done. It's going to take me some time, but yeah, thanks so much, C-Town. Have a good one. Again, thanks for stopping by. Go Birds, go Birds. All righty. Yeah, we are at the end of the third quarter. So, all righty. And it actually looks like they only credit him to the 45, so that's at least good. At the it only got to the 45-yard line there. All right, fourth quarter coming up. Eagles down by 2 scores. What do we think, guys? 49ers have the ball. They're driving. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? Feeling good? Hey. Third quarter, let's take a look at that time of possession. Time of possession is about even right now. 49ers 21-43, Eagles 23-17. But yeah, that third quarter time of possession, 49ers had the ball for 8:40, Eagles 6:20. So are they saying they missed some helmet? No, that's not helmet-to-helmet contact because 48 hit him in the shoulder. That was where the initial contact was. So I don't know what they're... Oh, Jalen Hurts going into the locker room. Oh, no, that's not good. That is not good. Jalen Hurts going into the locker room. Oh, boy. All right. Ball's on the Eagles 45. Purdy in the gun, back to his right. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete through out of bounds. Deebo Samuel was the closest to it, but not even there. Yeah. So Jalen Hurts going into the locker room. Oh, no. Oh, no. Second and 10. Ball is on the Eagles' 45-yard line. Purdy in the gun, McCaffrey to his right. Purdy takes the snap, hands it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey picks up a yard. So third down. Need a defensive stop here. Jalen Hurts in the locker room. That was the big news in the commercial break. So that's going to mean that Marcus Mariota is going to come onto the field for the Eagles for this next drive. It is 3rd and 9. But that's contingent upon what happens here on this play. Purdy is in the gun. McCaffrey to his right. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is complete. Did he get the first down? It depends on the spot. The officials coming in right now. It was Jawan Jennings on the stop. They are going to probably have to bring the chains out to measure this. Yeah, he's established forward progress there. It's going to be 4th and 1, and the 49ers are going to leave the offense out on the field, probably going to QB sneak it. We'll see. Nope, they're going to take it, hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to pick up the first down. Why do we even try, guys? Like, why are we even here? Just let him run. Just let him run for a touchdown. Eagles' run defense over the last couple of weeks has given up 168 and 173 yards to the Chiefs and the Bills, respectively. They gave up. They are now coming into this game. They were the 3rd-ranked rushing defense in rushing yards per game. They were 1st in the league going into the bye. 1st and 10. 12:55 left in the game. Purdy in the under center takes a snap, hands it off. It's going to get another first down. That was Mitchell running up for the 11-yard pickup. That's another first down. Like, and the 49ers are just running all over us. Reed Blankenship was there on the stop. Reed Blankenship having a hell of a game. Hell of a season, for that matter. 1st and 10. Purdy in the gun, back behind him. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off. That's going to be Mitchell again. Mitchell's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and is going to get about 2. And now McCaffrey is coming back onto the field. McCaffrey just needed, I guess, retaping or something like that. He had to miss a couple plays. Tuipulotu and Morrow are on the stop there. Marlon Tuipulotu and Nicholas Morrow. He only got a yard. They only credit him for a yard, so it's 2nd and 9 for the 49ers. Purdy, with 11 and a half to go, is in the gun. Back to his right. Purdy takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. Purdy's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Throws to his right. It is caught by Christian McCaffrey out of bounds, short of the marker. It's going to be 3rd down for the 49ers. Ball is on the Eagles' 18-yard line. So 3rd and 5. Third and 5 for the 49ers. Eagles need a big defensive play right here. Purdy is in the gun. It looks like. Yeah, he's in the gun with an empty backfield. And now there's a timeout called, and it's going to be called by San Francisco. Not like they need their timeout right now. They're up by 2, probably about to go up by 3. But they are calling a timeout. So 3rd and 5, timeout, 10:50 left in the game. 49ers on top. How are we feeling? McCaffrey, by the way, has had 87 yards on 16 carries. The Eagles, once again, have given up 130 rushing yards this game. This is the 3rd game in a row in which they have given up 100-plus rushing yards. The last time that they have done that, before this stretch of 3 games, the last time that the Eagles defense gave up 100 or more rushing yards once I find that stat here, I have to track that down. Last time they gave up 100 or more rushing yards was in the Washington Commanders game that went into overtime. They gave up 107 net rushing yards. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about the rest of this game at this point. With Jalen Hurts going, yeah, and I am gonna say this here too, Matthew. Coming into the season, I don't think any of us really anticipated that the Philadelphia Eagles would go through this gauntlet run and be totally undefeated. I think we were going to lose a game. Yeah, I don't think we need a new offensive coordinator quite yet at this point. I'm not there yet. We definitely need to go revisit the offensive playbook and figure some stuff out. But I don't think we're at the point yet where we need a new offensive coordinator. Our defensive backfield needs a lot more depth. It definitely does. Hurts is in the locker room. So he's questionable with a concussion. 3rd and 5. Purdy in the gun, back to his right. Purdy takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught. 1st down. That is Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings gets to the 10-5 touchdown. Yeah, Hurts is getting used to Johnson still as a play caller. I mean, he had some folks earlier. It's the defensive backfield is more so the problem here right now. The Eagles front 4 is great on the defensive line. Snap, hold, kick is good. So it's going to be 35-13 with 10:43 left in this game. Yeah, the defensive backfield is more my concern. The defensive line has been doing a really good job. Brock Purdy is not one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league, and he has been sacked twice. Now, granted, they weren't for a lot of yardage loss, but and that's the other thing too. Like the Eagles' sacks have been a lot more costly. When Jalen Hurts gets sacked, he is a lot. Those sacks are a lot more costly than the 49ers sacks, or really any other team sacks, because the other team sacks, Hurts is always in the gun and he's always dropping back even farther. So, and then he makes some stupid decisions of stepping up in the pocket when the pocket comes up to him, and he's sacked for like 9-10 yards. So, like, but when he's dropping back 14-ish yards. Like that's why he was that's why on that sack on that second drive that led to the second Eagles field goal. I know how we can feel that way after this game. I will say Jalen Carter has been a monster. Jalen Carter's been in on most plays here. That is back. Boston Scott going to field it, gets up to the 25 to the 29. And that is going to bring up an Eagles first down at the 29-yard line. Yeah, I know how we can definitely feel that way. It would have been, yeah, Carter is definitely amazing, and I mean the Carter's doing great. Jordan Davis doing great. Marcus Mariota is in for his first appearance this season in a regular season game. He's in the gun with a back to his left. Mariota takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. Mariota's throwing, and that is going to be caught by Devontae Smith. Should be a first down. Depends on where they actually spot it. But, yep, that is going to be a first down. Clock is running inside of 10.5 minutes left to go. I just don't think that the Vic Fangio school is great. I think the Eagles definitely need to get more pressure. Mariota in the gun, back, throws. It is batted at the line, incomplete. But there is a flag down. So we're going to check on this flag here. The Vic Fangio school relies on you getting pressure from the front four. And that is the school that Sean Desai subscribes to. Now, he does send a little bit more pressure than Jonathan Gannon did last season. But, I mean, he, at the end of the day, they are picking up the flag, so it's going to be second down. I think they were saying it was tipped. All right, so 2nd and 10. Mariota in the gun, back to his left. Mariota takes a snap. He's going to dump it off to DeAndre Swift behind the line of scrimmage. Gets up to about the 45. So that's about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. They will only credit him for 4, so it is going to be 3rd and 6. Yeah, Shane Steichen was definitely a huge loss for the Eagles this season. Mariota in the gun, back to his right. Mariota takes a snap. He's back. Pressure coming. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to take off himself, and he's going to get maybe about a yard shy. So that's going to be down at the 50. So it's going to be 4th and 1. And with Mariota in, do you do the brotherly shove? That is the big question here. Appreciate the subscription, Musical Matthew. I just saw it come through. So Jalen Hurts is coming out of the locker room. Mariota in. They are going to try the brotherly shove here with Mariota. Snap. Did he get there? Did he get there? Where are they going to mark him? They're going to do a measurement. They're going to measure it. They're marked right at the unofficial red line. Jalen Hurts is back out of the locker room. He has cleared, I guess, the concussion protocol that he went through. So if they get this, if the Eagles got this, then it is Jalen Hurts is probably going to make an appearance again. We will see. And he got it. First down. Move those chains. Move the chains. Brotherly shove pays off with Marcus Mariota and Jalen Hurts coming out. See, this is the kind of stuff, Matthew, why I believe that the Eagles' offensive line is better than is the best in the league. Because even without a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds, the Eagles' offensive line was able to make that play happen. So Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to roll out to his right. Hurts going to take it himself and gets to the 45. So that is a pickup of 4. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6. And what a relief for Eagles fans. Clock is running. It is 8:25 left in this game. So Hurts is in the gun. Back to his right. That's Kenny Gainwell. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is complete to Devontae Smith beyond the first down marker. Because who's getting beat? Yeah, Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson gave up his first sack in a while a couple of games ago. So 1st and 10. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. Hurts throws. It is complete to a wide open A.J. Brown down to the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things pan out for the rest of the season here. 7 minutes left in this game. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap. Back, looking, rolling out to his left. Hurts fires, complete A.J. Brown on the sideline down around the 14. So that's going to be a 2nd and 4, it looks like. They'll actually credit him to the 13-yard line, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 3, actually. So Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. A.J. Brown lines up wide out to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. Back, looking, rolling out to his right. Fires. Wide open is Quez Watkins for the first down. That brings up 1st and goal for the Eagles. First time the Eagles have been in the red zone all half, I believe. Besides the other touchdown. I'm sorry. This is the 2nd time the Eagles have been inside the red zone. My apologies. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Brown in the slot to the far side. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's going to roll out to his right. Hurts throws. It is incomplete. James, a lot of boo-hoos last year, a lot of crying, a lot of what if. Prove it again. A lot of this, a lot of that. You know what? I mean, at the end of the day, it would have been good to have this game, but we'll see. I will say the 49ers did talk a lot of trash, but looks like they were able to back it up. Bonta and Shasky don't need to go on a week-long soul-searching retreat. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Brown to the far side. There is a false start going to be coming in here. Yeah, false start on Lane Johnson. They got Lane Johnson for that. Lane Johnson's been getting a... Yeah, Lane Johnson's been getting a little bit of a jump there. Connor Barwin off to the side, watching on. All right, so Hurts is in the gun. Back to his left. Devontae Smith to the near side. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He is firing. He's floating. Flag down. Incomplete. We're going to check the flag. A.J. Brown is on the ground. Looks like they might get Lenoir here, or Lenoir. And yeah, they're going to get pass interference. They're going to get Lenoir for pass interference here. So we stopped the third downs in the first quarter. We just haven't turned on since. Yeah. Yeah, that first quarter, the Eagles defense showed up to play, and then the 49ers defense, it really kind of turned the tide when the 49ers. First and goal from the 2. Hurts is in the gun, back to his left, or to his right. Hurts takes a snap, throws. A.J. Brown incomplete. And that was number 20 there. That would be Thomas on the stop. Yeah, since the first 2 drives, yeah, the Eagles defense kind of turned off. What is the stat? 49ers are 7 for 10 on third downs. Eagles are 7 for 13 on third downs. Hurts is in the gun, empty backfield. A.J. Brown wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. It's second and goal. He's back. He's going to roll out to his right. Hurts throws. Devontae Smith gets that touchdown. Devontae Smith. And I know it's kind of a meaningless touchdown with 5.5 minutes left to play, but Eagles offense was able to march down the field and score. So that is going to make this score 19-35. And the Eagles are going to go for 2. Because why not? I mean, they're this far in the game anyway. They are 1 for 1 this season on 2-point conversions. Yeah, that one. Hurts takes a snap, empty backfield. Back looking, throws, incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. And that is going to send the Eagles kicking unit on to kick the football away in just a few minutes. Timeout on the field. 5:33 left in the game. Eagles 19, 49ers 35. It was batted down at the line. He was looking for Devontae Smith. Yeah, that 4th and inches. Yeah, that 4th and inches was the one. Yeah, that is going to be the game, unfortunately. That is going to be the game. It did help fantasy though with Jalen Hurts scoring that touchdown, but unfortunately it's going to be a little too late here. Do a quick. I'll throw this up here. Yeah, these are the. Once I close out of this window that keeps opening here when I press the wrong button. Yeah, these are the game stats so far. Yeah, that 394 yards of offense for the 49ers compared to the 273 is rough. Yeah, Matthew, I appreciate you hanging out all game. Thanks so much for hanging out, being part of the raid that came in that delivered a whole lot of viewers. I appreciate you. Please, yeah, definitely hang out. I try to stream every Eagles game, so yeah. But yep, yeah, 394 yards of offense ain't gonna do it. Feathers everywhere, GTO 69. Yeah. Too little, too late at this stage in the game here, unfortunately. Yeah. So relatively, I mean, yeah, relatively clean game turnover-wise, and that I think has been the problem. The Eagles defense has been missing turnovers, and the last time that the Eagles defense didn't even force a turnover was when we lost to the Jets. So, so here's what I'm going to say: any team right now, Anybody out there that's saying that this Eagles team is fraudulent, I'm going to contest that right now. But the Eagles offense needs to. The Eagles offense didn't really show up in the second quarter or really in the third quarter at all. The Eagles defense needs to deal with some stuff here. All right, Elliott doing an onside kick, and that is going to get fielded by Christian McCaffrey. So the onside kick was unsuccessful, and that is probably going to wind down this game here. So here we are, 5:33 left in the game. Yeah, onside kick was not. Yeah, the onside kick wasn't working. It's going to be, so it's going to be 49ers ball at the Eagles' 48-yard line. Purdy lines up under center. McCaffrey deep in the backfield. Man in motion. False start. They're gonna kill this play. Snap happened, but they're killing the play. It is going to be a false start. Who do they get? They got Williams there. No hard feelings at all. It's not you, right? Like, and I'm not the Dan. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, it's not like it's yeah. I mean, this is I said this in my pregame podcast episode. This is going to be a matchup that people are going to be talking about for a long time, and the 49ers are a really good team. There is no question about that. There's a reason why the 49ers and the Eagles are vying for the number one spot right now. Purdy is under center, McCaffrey in the backfield. Purdy takes a snap, dumps it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going to cross the 50-yard line, gets up to the 45. So, yeah, it's there's no hard feelings. It's a football game. It's just disappointing when you see an Eagles team come out with a so dominant first quarter, and it doesn't go anywhere after that. You can't, and the domination of the first quarter, I was not feeling good when the Eagles got down to the red zone and could not get anything more than a field goal. That was bothersome to me. That was more bothersome to me than because if the Eagles convert those two touchdowns, we actually have a game at this point. Again, it's not like it's the 49ers came out and they came to play aside from that first quarter. That first quarter for the 49ers fans stunk. But that first quarter for the second, third, fourth quarters, this game was the 49ers game. The 49ers came in and they dominated. I mean, he's a good quarterback. I said this before in the pregame episode, Dan. This is going to be a matchup. The Purdy-Hurts matchup is going to be a matchup that NFL fans are going to be talking about for eons. Because Jalen Hurts, excellent quarterback. Probably Jalen Hurts, absent what happened in this game, Jalen Hurts is probably the best quarterback in the NFC right now. One of the best in the NFL. Brock Purdy came in and, he has definitely shaken off the nickname of Mr. Irrelevant. He's definitely one of the best in the league right now. Because he's on one of the best teams in the league. And this matchup, if this is a preview of the NFC Championship game in a couple months, and hopefully it is, then realistically, Purdy and Hurts, that's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a great NFC Championship game, but the Eagles have a lot to work on. So yeah, he's a good quarterback. I've never said he's not. I've never said he's not. I've never said he's not I've never said he's only a system quarterback, and I've never said he's only a system quarterback. I've never said that he's something to sneeze at, something to overlook. He's a good quarterback, and it's unfortunate the way that the NFC Championship game went last season, because it would have been really good to see this going on. And even if the Eagles lose, even if the Eagles have lost that game, I still think the Eagles would have won that game. I think Purdy was a little bit inexperienced there in the NFC Championship game, but yeah. But now here he's got another season under his belt, and he's doing good, and he just dumped it off to Deebo Samuel, and Deebo Samuel is going to get to the 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. And it's going to be now 41-19. Not like it matters at this point because no, no worries. And again, like I'm just reiterating what I had said. Yeah, I do think that there are a lot of fans in Philadelphia that did have that sentiment. So I'm just trying to say I'm not part of that. But yeah, no worries. Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He earned his starting role. And to be fair, so did Jalen Hurts. So again, that's why I think this is a storied quarterback matchup. The 49ers were the better team today. We'll see when the Eagles and the 49ers next face off whether or not it was. Consolation for Eagles fans, just like the consolation for Chiefs fans when the Eagles beat them a couple weeks ago, is the Eagles aren't going to give away the NFC title to them from last season. That wasn't the point of this game. It was a regular season game. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a storied matchup. So really good stuff there. Moody's extra point was good. So they're going to kick this away. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Brock Purdy again for the rest of the game. This is a blowout at this point. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Jalen Hurts for the rest of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles just bench him and put Mariota out there and see what more they got with him. But I will tell you this. Next week's game against the Cowboys, it's going to be for all the marbles. As they kick it away. That's going to get fielded, brought out of the end zone by Boston Scott. Scott going to turn up at the 15, and that's where he's going to get stopped. So, yeah. Here we are. But yeah, I think the turning point of the game was that third 49ers drive where they got down to the line, and the defense had them. The defense forced them to have to send the field goal unit on, except Josh Sweat lined up offsides. Hurts in the gun, Gainwell to his left. Hurts takes the snap, back looking, throws complete, and that is to, no, they're going to say incomplete. That was to Okawebanon was who he was looking for, but looks like that he might never have had control, and that hit the ground. So, Albert Okawebanon. So we're at 5:07 left in this game, and this game's pretty much over. But we'll hang into the bitter end here, folks, for you. So Hurts is in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Brown is lined up to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. Back looking, throws. Kenny Gainwell caught, gets the first down, gets to about the 30-yard line is where he's going to get stopped. Clock is running. 4:50-ish left in this game. After this game, I'm going to put together a post-game episode, and we'll talk about this game. I'll break it down, see what we got here moving forward. Hurts in the gun, Gainwell to his right. Hurts takes a snap. Pressure coming. Hurts back looking. He's going to avoid the pressure. He's going to roll out to his right. Throws, and that is caught by Quez Watkins. That is inbounds, so the clock is running. We are at 4:22 left in the game. Clock is running. This game's pretty much over. Eagles do have all 3 timeouts. But it's not like, at this point in the game, it's not going to be 4 minutes left. Hurts back, looking, rolling out to his right. Hurts throws, incomplete, looking for A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was to the near side, unfortunate, and could not get there. Somebody's walking off on a suit. That would be John Lynch, the 49ers general manager. Clock is stopped at 4 minutes following the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from their own 45-yard line. I mean, there are no moral victories in the NFL, but it would be nice if we got a score here. 2nd and 10. Brown lined up to the far side, or to the near side. Hurts in the gun. Hurts takes the snap. Hurts is going to roll out to his left. He's looking. He throws it away. Incomplete. 3rd down. We are winding this down here. Winding down. 3rd and 10. Ball is on the Eagles' 45-yard line. Hurts is in the gun. Back to his left. A.J. Brown is not in. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. Pressure coming. He's going to roll out to his left. Hurts stops, launches. Open is Boston Scott right at the 1st down marker. Gets down to the 40. Gets down to the 35-30 and gets out of bounds inside the 30-yard line at the 28. 3:51 left in this game. Yeah, Boston Scott did get wide open there, so I'm glad that he did. 1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Hurts is in the gun. Kenny Gainwell is to his right. Olamide Zaccheaus goes in the slot to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is firing. It is caught by Kenny Gainwell, and they are going to mark him down at the 22. So that is going to bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Eagles. 3:20 left in this game. 49ers likely to pull away with the victory here. Eagles making some substitutions, so they're holding that now. Hurts in the gun, back to his left, and they jumped. So there is a flag down. Somebody did something dumb. We'll see what that was. False start on the offense. Jason Kelce once again. Jason Kelce called for 2 false starts last game. So that's going to make it 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. Brock Purdy had a heck of a night. 19 for 27, 314 yards, 4 touchdowns. All of them came through the air. Christian McCaffrey, 17 carries for 93 yards. He had a heck of a night. Hurts in the gun, back to his left, takes a snap back, looking, fires, complete, hit immediately. Incomplete. They're actually going to say incomplete. That would be DeAndre Swift, who got absolutely nailed by Lenore. Absolutely nailed. Absolutely, yeah. So, and yeah, incompletion there. So that does stop. Swift is going to go off to the sideline. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles following the incompletion. We're probably going to take a look at Swift. I'm not going to say that. I think the Eagles came in thinking that their current level of play, well, Dallas's key thing was to put a running back at center. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to get sacked. He was trying to avoid pressure, and he almost did, but the sack is going to get credited to Ken Davis. or to Kevin Davis there. Yeah. Ignacio, it's not that the Eagles are too soft for Niners football. It's that the Eagles just decided to not play after the first quarter. They thought that they could just cruise for the rest of it, and that their current level of play was acceptable, and it simply was not. Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap back, looking, firing deep for the end zone. Devontae Smith, incomplete. They've been letting them get away with that pass interference all day. And there was no reason why Thomas should not have been flagged there, other than to not prolong this game. But he was legitimately holding on to him. But you know what? I can't blame this on the refs, because it's not the refs' fault. It is not the refs' fault in this game here. The refs had their hands full trying to keep this game from getting too chippy, and it came to a head earlier when they threw out Dre Greenlaw, and they also had Dom DeSandro go off to the locker room himself. 2:07. We have not yet reached the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Ball's on their own 30. Purdy takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be Mitchell, who picks up a yard. We have reached the 2-minute warning, folks. 1 first down will end this game, most likely. Put the Eagles out of their misery. The Eagles will indubitably here fall to 10-2. The 49ers will rise to 9-3 on the season. I just realized I did not update the possession arrow. Not that it mattered. Hey. All right. What do you think? How do you think these two teams? I know. Yeah, I think the Eagles at this stage in the game, they need to do some real soul searching. That this Eagles team does. I joked about it with Bonta and Shasky might having to take a week off to go do some soul searching. But the reality is the Eagles need to get some things straightened out. They just do. At this point in the game, this kind of a loss is one where you got to look yourself in the mirror and you got to say what's going on, and you gotta evaluate why did the defense not show up starting in the second quarter of this game. The real turning point of the Eagles defense was the Josh Sweat offsides that led to the first touchdown, because the Eagles had him. The Eagles had him there. They did stop him on 3rd down, would have sent the field goal unit out. Instead, Josh Sweat gives them offsides and makes that play a free play, and they're able to punch it in. But the Eagles had him, and they let them do that. And then the Eagles' red zone performance in the first half was back to what it was in the first stretch of the game, or first stretch of the year. The Eagles did not show up to play this game. That is the bottom line here. Let me clarify that. The Eagles showed up to play in the first quarter, and then they went home. They thought that the game was over after 15 minutes. It very simply was not. And they had a wake-up call, but it was too little too late. And the Eagles' defense never really came back. And the Eagles' offense couldn't get anything going. And it's just disappointing right now. Purdy lines up under center. We're back from the 2-minute warning. Mitchell in the backfield. Purdy takes a snap. Actually, that's not Mitchell, but he hands it off. Gets up to the 35-yard line. That would be Mason on the run. That's a 4-yard pickup. Nicholas Morrow on the stop brings up 3rd and 5. Hurts talking with Brian Johnson. Hopefully they're sorting out whatever happened with this game. 1.5 minutes left. First down will end this game. The Eagles did take I forget when the Eagles took a timeout. But they did take one, I guess. So, 120 left. Purdy under center. Back in the backfield. Purdy takes a snap, dumps it off to Mason. Mason going to pick up the first down, and that's going to do it, guys. Clock is running. Mason tackled down at the 41-yard line. That is going to give the 49ers a first down. It's actually going to be, so that they're going to probably kneel this out the rest of the way here. Brock Purdy goes 19 for 27 for 314 yards. Cade, I don't think they're losing to the Cowboys. I don't. Purdy takes the knee. And that will send us, that is going to do it, folks. Final score for this game, San Francisco 49ers defeat the Philadelphia Eagles by a final score of 42-19. The next week's game against Dallas in Dallas is going to be huge for the Eagles. It's got to be a bounce-back game for them. We will see how they pan out there. The Eagles are on to Dallas next week, and then they're on to the Seattle Seahawks following that. Eagles do not clinch a playoff spot. They had the opportunity to. They weren't going to anyway because the LA Rams are on top of the Cleveland Browns like it's a monster. But, yep, that is the end of the game. And this one stings. This one definitely stings. Any loss stings, but this loss definitely stings. So, but you know what? I appreciate all of you hanging out here. We got a whole bunch of new folks coming in from the Tom Grossi raid, and I am just really grateful for all of you who stopped by and hung out with me to the bitter end of this. It's always, even if it's a loss, it's always fun to watch Eagles football and to share this with you, and I genuinely appreciate y'all for hanging out. It stinks that the Eagles lost this game, but you know what? I think the Eagles and the 49ers are going to be really competitive teams for a really long time, and I think Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts, this matchup between these two guys, going to be really, really competitive for a really long time. Going to be a really, really storied matchup. I don't think anybody's going to deny that. So, you know, I appreciate you. I really, really do. Thank you so much for watching. That was an ass whooping, Hefe. Yeah, that was. It really was. There's no other way really to describe it. 49ers had the Eagles number today. But the question is, how do you bounce back from a loss like this? And the Eagles had one already. They had to do it already against the New York, or following the New York Jets. And they came in and they beat every team leading into the bye, and they came back from the bye and defeated the Chiefs and the Bills. And now the Eagles, while the Eagles aren't giving away their NFC title to the 49ers from last season, the Eagles have an opportunity to figure out how they bounce back from a loss like this. But yeah, nobody expected them to go undefeated through the gauntlet. This particular way though just stings. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I appreciate everybody, whether you've been here for a bit. I know Dan joined me. Dan the Cornman's been with me since the Hall of Fame game. Picked up a whole bunch of new folks here from the Tom Grossi raid, so I genuinely appreciate you for stopping by as well. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. These streams would be a lot more boring if I didn't have people in here to engage in the comments. So thank you so much for that. Tom said that he does those raids to make my day and to make people's day, and it really did. So, but anybody who chooses to hang out here. Anybody who chooses to hang out here, I genuinely appreciate you. So, all right, I gotta go eat dinner, and then I'm gonna record a reaction or record a post game after I catch some of these press conferences here. So, but folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Joe Donahue, and you know what? As always,